when I look at leadership now among politicians, leadership now compared to even 30 years ago, leadership is no longer there. It's not leadership. It's about sound bites and about, kind of not being proactive, but being reactive to media coverage. That's not leadership. Leadership is being proactive, taking decisions, whether they're popular or unpopular. They're in Ireland now. When I see, again, I know lots of people don't like Netanyahu, for example. I believe he is a leader.
Yeah,
I actually believe he is a leader because he has withstood so much international pressure during this war, so much US pressure, international pressure, and he has people baying at him about the hostages. I know if I was a family of a hostage thing, I'd be wanting those hostages out as well. However, he has a broader decisions to make. That if he gives in now, for example, and mows, that's like mowing the lawn, and you allow them back in just to get your hostages back. The existential threat to Israel needs to be dealt with first before the hostages, in my opinion. As much as that breaks my heart to say that, I think the security of the state of Israel is far more important right now than the hostages, because it is about the existential existence of Israel. And if it's allowed, if they're made to lose this war, the Israelis are, if they're made to lose this war, and God knows what's going to happen next. So back to leadership. I think that is leadership, is when you're able to stand up and make a case for no, we can get more out of Hamas by grinding them down, by defeating them. We can get more that will ultimately stand to the security of the Israeli people. Because who knows, with the hostages, we don't know how many are dead and how many are alive. We don't know that. It still means that all those hostages have to come back, whether they're dead or alive. They need to come back to their families. As I said, if I was a family of a hostage there, I'd be wanting this. Yes, I would. I'd be on their page. But I can see the broader thing here, that Netanyahu has to look at this thing not from just a hostage point of view. He has to look at this from the security of his people. That's the way I look at that, and that to me is leadership.
Yeah, well, 100%. I think, and it takes a lot of courage, and that's something that he has, and not many politicians have. Not only in Israel but all over the world, and he has those credentials. It's probably what I would call twilight of his career, which is just related to his age.
Yeah.
That's the only reason. But he probably has been, if not the top prime minister of Israel, but is somewhere there, like on the top three.
And there's no doubt, and there's no doubt that he has done many things wrong. There's no doubt about that. I mean, but that's what leadership is about. You don't always get it right either. When you make decisions, you don't always get them right. But if you're prepared to put yourself before the people, even though you may have been wrong, and you get elected again, well, then the people obviously didn't take that. They elected him. He's the democratic elected leader of thing. Now, the far right ministers in his thing, I get that. I get that they are. He's having a job trying to temper them and manage them, which is a job in itself.
Yeah,
a job in itself. But and it's not to say that everything they're saying is wrong, but they can be extreme in some ways, and he's trying to temper that and thing. And is he trying to stay on because he has cases against him? I don't think so. Those cases are going to come against him when he leaves anyway. So I don't think that's the reason. I think he has decided here that mowing the lawn is no longer an option. I think that's what he has decided. I could be wrong, but that's what I think.